Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I want to take a little bit of time to speak with you on ISIS. I was lying in the bed. I got a little bored, woke up, and I was listening to one nice movie. It's a movie about some truth. A movie about kindness and trust and faith. And I became awake, and I listened to it. I watched it, and I was moved by what I saw. And when it was over, the news came on, and the first thing I saw was some politicians, white, talking about how important it is that ISIS is destroyed. We gotta destroy ISIS, they said. And I am a lover of people, all Americans, and people everywhere, even the low-down dirty ones, because I understand for the most part why they are low-down and dirty. But because we are Americans, we, he, you, and the rest of us in the United States, my love and compassion for you is not new. It's 65 years old. And then I thought how important it is that somebody tells you the truth, because you're not hearing it. You are not hearing the truth. If you want to destroy ISIS, not one politician has any idea, based upon what I've heard them say, Republican, Democrat, and any on the side. And I must mention that others, other than Republican and Democrat, I haven't heard a word. They must have really been put under the rug. But it doesn't matter. Here's what matters, that you get the information about how to end a terrorist organization like ISIS. Now let me ask you something. Why do you think you, the American people, politicians, military, guns, and all this kind of stuff can defy and destroy ISIS? We have said that ISIS is an organization that is about hate. We have said that it's demonic and evil. But I ask you, why? Why is it what you think it is? And you've given that some thought, but I wanted to ask you this. Pretend you were on the other side of the fence, looking at the rest of the world. You were a terrorist of this magnitude. And what would you see outside of yourself? What will the rest of this public represent to you? You know what you would represent to them, for those of you who haven't given it much thought? You would represent evil. You would represent low-down, dirty, ungodly people. That's what you would represent. That is the foundation that ISIS stands on. Now, if you want to get rid of ISIS and destroy ISIS, you must stop creating ISIS. Over the past several years, we've heard Al-Qaeda. We've heard several different organizations of terrorism. It never goes away. The name keeps changing. We say we defeated something here, an evil community here, an evil idea here. But it arises over there under a different name because you haven't defeated it. You haven't done anything but spread it about. This is why it's still there. Let me ask you this. How can a nation defeat evil when it is a nation that would destroy and kill its own president? When it will destroy and kill not only other leaders of the world. Now, I hope this doesn't get me in any trouble, but it is the truth. And I've been inspired to share it with you. And if it gets me in trouble, I expect the power that got inside of me and humbled me and got me here to tell you this, delivers me from this, any trouble that I might get in here, or protect me wherever you kill me and send me. But how can a nation that would shoot down its president, a president that the people love, a president that is trying to be compassionate to the people, all of them, and the basic world is falling in love with him because he's such kind and wonderful president, but they destroy him. That nation And the bullet might have come out of a group of people or an individual, but it's promoted and affirmed by the people accepting the investigation and saying it's okay. Let me ask you this. How can a nation that would destroy some of its most reputable representatives, that could take down people like Dr. Martin Luther King, blow his brains out, how can they rid the nation of evil? Everybody knows Dr. King represented kindness. Everybody knows Dr. King represented love. It is because of kindness and love that he was blown away by the same ideology that creates ISIS. How can they get rid of ISIS? How can a nation say they're trying to destroy ISIS when it can be complacent in destroying thousands of people in a building, blowing them up for some thought they got, some old idea they got about ruling the world? How can that people destroy hate and evil? Tell me this. How can a people who can rob a whole civilization, destroy them, call them unhuman, call them savages, how can that people destroy evil? Well, first of all, it must begin with these people. They must get that evil out of them. They must change themselves and become a different representation, not of evil, but of love. You change. Everybody. You change. And let out from you resonate joy, resonate compassion, resonate I want to hug you. And I guarantee you, it might take a little while because evil doesn't just go away. You can get rid of ISIS. You can get rid of evil. You can get rid of terrorism. Why? Because you cleansed it out of yourself and you stop creating it. Now, Donald Trump says we can, excuse me for calling Donald Trump's name, but I'll say the candidates from the Republican Party says that ISIS must be destroyed. And what are they talking about? Are they talking about being kind? Are they talking about being compassionate and brotherly? Or are they talking about fighting? Are they talking about bombs? Are they talking about building walls where people are going through pure hell to keep them in pure hell? They say, because that pure hell would bring it over here. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is a scam. You are being conned by a liar. You are being conned by a crook. You are being conned by evil. Everything that you're hearing is nothing but a representation of evil. How many people have come to you or come before you through any form of media and say we are an evil people, that says we must be kind, that says we must be protective? In this country, we got millions and millions of people who are starving, people who are poor, people who are struggling, trying to survive, and who is trying to change that situation around? Is any politician trying to change it? Oh yes, they say it. But let me ask you something. Did the poor get any better with Ronald Reagan, or did they get worse? Did the poor get any better? Talk to me. Did the poor get any better with Bill Clinton? Let me back it back a little bit. Let me go with Bush. Did they get any better with Hubert H. Wolf? What's the daddy's name? You know what I'm talking about. Did it get worse? It got worse. Did Clinton do any better for the poor? Or did that pool get bigger? It got bigger. Who was president after? This other Bush, W. Bush. Did the poor get any better? It got worse. Barack Obama, some hope was the savior. Did it get any better? It's the same or worse. And here come another group of people telling you naive individuals that they got the solution. And not a single one of them has said one thing about compassion. Not a single one of them has said, let's show the world where people are suffering how to create a life that's blossoming, that's worthwhile, that has promise. Not a single one of them said that. And they can't say that because they haven't done it here. And if you haven't done it here, you can't do it anyplace else. And they say, and you are listening, those people who are filled with so much hate, politicians, have got millions of people supporting them. You want to wipe down suffering by creating more suffering, and you got millions of people supporting you. And no one is coming down any further than a few steps from the worst that we can possibly be, and say we want to destroy this evil, and got you ready to go to the polls, got you giving millions of dollars, got you giving everything that it takes to pull in one of these demons. And what am I saying? I'm saying demons. As far as I can see, every presidential candidate that's out there have, well, there's some worse than others now. I'm not going to say that. They're all demonic in the sense that they have no solutions to the real problems. Oh, they might come with a bandage for this or bandage for that, but curing the problem, I haven't heard anybody talk about curing it. And you know what? I haven't heard any of you ask, what are you going to do? How are you going to cure this problem? Because you yourselves are filled with every bit of corruption that the politicians are filled with. You don't hear people who say they love God, Christians. Are they saying anything about how they read? No. They are caught right up in that big wide gate that leads to destruction in the name of that false love that they talk about. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to go any further than that. All I wanted to do was to give you a cue, something to think about. And all of these agencies out there that have said that they will lie, kill, steal, do anything when you want food and don't have it. They will do anything when you want peace and don't have it. They will do anything to others for you. Don't you think that those who they will do anything for know that they are demons from the pit of hell and they are empowered by you? Right now, we just had almost $1 billion lottery Powerball drawing just the other day. No one got that. Now, it's possible that we will have at least over $1 billion in the next drawing. And everybody's spending their money trying to get it. They are looking at all their friends and their family members wondering who amongst them will get it. And everybody who's thinking about getting it know that they got to quit their job, that they got to move out of the location that they've been living in, because they will be trampled down with people begging, people trying to take advantage of them. Why? Because the people are in need, because the people want peace, the people want some joy in their lives, and they're just hoping to win this money, and they don't want anybody else to win it. How many are saying, if I won this money, I will share it with the nation, I will share it with the people who are hurting? How many are saying that? Not a single one. But they want that money. They're waiting on it. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the truth. The people that we call evil, we are more evil than they are. It's like a big devil and a little devil. A devil is a devil, and a devil does no good. And any good that appears to be good is deceiving. It's deceitful. And now we have crazy things happening in the world. We got floods, we got tsunamis, we got, when we look in the sky, we see clouds that are strange like we've never seen them before. We say we got portals where aliens are coming through. Now, if this stuff is true, I don't know, but I'm saying this is what's going on. Fires are burning. People are shooting each other every night, going crazy. Why is that happening? You think you can police that? You think you can bring in world governments and military and defeat that? You will not defeat that. You will nothing but add fuel to the fire. You want to defeat that? You change. You start caring, not the politicians. I'm talking about you, the individual. And I guarantee you, you'll get some good politicians, and I guarantee your societies will change. And as your societies change for the best, then these people who've been running from other nations will look at you and see something different. And by golly, their environments, their societies will change based upon what you are presenting to them that they perhaps have never known. Now, I ask you, for what I've shared with you, do you want me dead? Or do you want me to win this next lottery? I tell you what, if I win, the poor will get a break. Those at the bottom will get a break. And I don't mind telling you that those who are suffering the most will get a break. Why don't I mind telling you? Because I know if I help those at the bottom, then every last one of you will rise up. Because there's nowhere to go but up. If you lift the bottom, you can only go up. Think about it.